Hello, Balmy Badger Army. Today we're going to do another wrestling video and we're going to talk about AJ Styles returning to TNA. Yes, he returned to TNA Slammiversary. Wow. I've been a fan of AJ's for years, even during the weird Hogan era and before, when they had lots of interactions with Dixie, Carter, and all these different people. Now, wrestling was at its height at that time. I think TNA was fantastic at that period, and AJ really made it great to watch. Sometimes he was the only really epic star on, so you were really looking forward to it. And he did not disappoint, even with his original music. It was different to WWE's. It was the I Am music. I'm not too sure what the official title is of that song, but you instantly recognised it being AJ's, and that was great. It really brought out something in you that you forgot was there, seeing AJ in a TNA ring, and it was epic. Like I said, I've followed AJ for years, and his WWE career has been fantastic. I think it's taken him something like 17 years to get to WWE. And don't forget, this man does not rest on his laurels. He's a streamer. He does outside projects as well. So it was great. I'll never forget some of his matches in TNA. But I think one of my personal favourites was when he went to WWE and fought The Undertaker. Now, trust me on this one, if there is any highlight you can imagine, it's being in one of The Undertaker's last matches. That cinematic WWE match, which I think was during COVID, which was the Boneyard match, was one of my personal favourites. And I think I made my dad watch it before he passed on and things like that, and he loved it as well. And it's just one of these things where it's just so exciting. There's something about that Boneyard match that will never be repeated. And you had Luke Gallows there, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but you had Luke Gallows there, and you had The Undertaker, and you had all the different acolytes there as well. And you had this big stage around the sort of graveyard and the weird looking house, and it was fantastic. And of course, Undertaker did not disappoint during that match either. You had the best of highlights there. You had, American Badass, you had the Phenom, you had all these different characters, and they all had time to go into the Undertaker. You even had some spooky paranormal spots, which has to be in the Undertaker's matches. Even if there's just one little nod to the supernatural powers of the Undertaker, it was great. And the only thing I missed on that match was there wasn't an appearance of Kane, and I think that would have really added to it. That was the only thing that I think they could have changed with that match. But let's fast forward to TNA Slammiversary. Now, if you think AJ has cemented themselves as a WWE star now, and it was just electric to see someone that had been on that journey for all these different promotions, and they've been able to literally kick butt and, rise up. I think AJ is one of the top WWE guys. So to see him in a TNA ring, back where it all belonged, was epic. And the fact that they're ushering in the new generation was very good as well. And it was a really nice spot to have them, congratulate everyone about the X Division title. Now, that was epic. That was so epic. And I believe the winner's only 21 years old now against Moose. So it's literally a new generation of TNA stars being ushered in by AJ Styles. And that was so beautiful to see. It was so epic. And seeing AJ on top form as well, doing all the old stuff with the arms and things like that they used to do in TNA, really brought back some great memories. Now, I can only hope that AJ helps the TNA locker room usher in a new generation of stars, excuse me, a new generation of stars, and really hope that they stick around for at least 1 or 2 more matches. I would absolutely adore to see AJ win back the TNA title. I really hope that's the plan that they're going with, as I think that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic storylining. If you're listening, TNA and WWE, please, this has got to happen. I love Joe Hendry to bits. Don't get me wrong. I believe in Joe Hendry. And I believe in all the other TNA stars as well. But, come on. That would be perfect storytelling. And it would be full circle on a long storyline. And I think AJ deserves one more crack at the TNA title as well. Once they're done with Dirty Dom, I really think it would be full circle that they won the TNA championships and brought it home back to TNA. Can you imagine on your retirement you win the TNA title and you give it back to TNA and then it goes back to the TNA roster? That'd be so awesome. Please let that happen. For the love of goodness, let that happen, because that would be so, so epic. And of course, if TNA gets bought by WWE, all possibilities are endless. So let me know what you thought of AJ's return. I was ecstatic. And let me know about what you think could happen when WWE potentially buys TNA, because I really think that's going to happen soon. And who knows, that would be the absolute juggernaut. Can you imagine TNA combined with WWE, who owns ECW, WWE, and many other different companies now? Can you imagine how much of a giant that would be? That's also scary, but fantastic. So let me know what you think is going to be next for TNA and WWE in the comments, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you very much for watching. Look after yourselves, keep safe, keep well, much love, and I'll see you in the next vlog, video stream, movie or short. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you want to see more quality content and films and WWE and wrestling content. See you next time, everyone. Bye.